Hi there everybody, this is Kathleen Baber coming to you today with a 2-week plan with me. Now I originally filmed this thinking that I would chat through it, but it just became a hot mess, so I decided I would just do a voiceover. So I hope you don't mind, but this is for the week before Thanksgiving and the week of Thanksgiving, and I'm actually going to stretch this kit, which is my Sweet Thanksgiving kit, using this new little kit here that you're seeing, which is I'm calling them Kiss Kits, and they have just 2 sheets, but it lets you coordinate with an existing kit or build a new kit, maybe using your MAMBI stickers or kit leftovers that you have from other sets. And so it's just got like full boxes, extra to-do flags, an extra weekend banner, extra headers that you can then put together. So since I'm going to divide this one up into 2 weeks, I'm just going to use one set of the full boxes for each week. And then I was kind of deciding between which week I would use the full boxes checklist and which ones I use the flags. So I'm just kind of contemplating here which way I want to go. On this week I ended up using the flags. On next week I end up using the full box checklist. And since I have kind of a little more of an open plan for this week with using the flags, I went ahead and decided to put down some washi. I've really enjoyed doing all these fall layouts. They've been really fun, and I have a favorite washi that I've just adored. You'll see I'll use it on the bottom there. This one I put a little bit of blue and green in with that little spriggy stuff because the kit itself has some blue, and so it's just a really nice tie-in. So I'm just kind of balancing those little guys all over the place so that there's some good spacing. I didn't put any full boxes on the weekend because that usually fills up pretty well on its own. And now I'm just going to put down the to-do headers so that I can nudge the flags right up against that header. And I went ahead and did one for Saturday because I know that's going to be a busy day as well. All Saturdays are, aren't they? So I really like these new little Kiss Kits. I'm going back and I'm putting some of them in from past kits, and going forward they'll always have one as well when I do the original design. And I went ahead and I used the fancier weekend banner on this one, and then on the next week I used the more plain one that's in the Kiss Kit. And there's that. Nope, that's not the pretty one that I was thinking about. Okay. So now I'm just moving on to do those same steps that I did before. I went ahead and used the full check boxes here, which have a really pretty leaf pattern behind them, and it's a nice big visual impact. One thing I like about kind of stretching things out between 2 weeks is it does, if you're a white space planner, it gives you kind of that really nice airy feel of not everything being filled in. And then I had a lot more space for things like deco. And so when I do my full to-dos or the full boxes, I have kind of a little space up there for the headers to rest on. You can butt them all the way up to the top if you like. I like to kind of let them rest in between there, and I think that looks really nice with a little bit of that pattern showing at the very top. And then on Thursday, no to-dos, it's just Thanksgiving, and so that cute little turkey gets to lay there. Not that we all won't be working hard on Thursday anyway, but you know what I mean. It's supposed to be the holiday. And again, just kind of balancing some things out. I have that cute washi that says "Be Thankful" on it. And I don't know about you guys, but I love Thanksgiving. I love the cooking and the baking and all of that. It feels early this year, and maybe that's just me, but it has me a little panicked about, oh my goodness, Christmas is right around the corner. But it's all good. We're actually going to put up our Christmas stuff a little early, and you'll see I put a sticker in for that here shortly. And I'm doing one of those cute little washi banner styles that you see often on Plan With Me's. I do find that really fun to kind of throw everything together. And there's kind of the generic weekend banner that's not really tied to the kit, other than however you make it tied to the kit. And now I'm going to go through and just do some of the planning. And here's where I was supposed to be all chatty, so this might get a little weird with me just talking over all of it. So I'm just going to lay down these stickers. So I was watching a YouTube video the other day that somebody had posted in a Facebook group. And I had a feeling it was going to be a little controversial in that particular group. And at first all the comments were like, yes, I totally get this. And then later it was, oh my gosh, and people were very upset. But the lady talked about, where are your plans in your planner, or has it just become a place to decorate? And that she would like to see more thoughts and ideas about planning and how to better plan. And I thought she's absolutely right in that we can get a little wrapped up in these Plan With Me's with just how do I put down my stickers, how do I make a pretty layout, and not necessarily about helping each other with the tools of planning and making life better for us because we have a planner and are utilizing a planner. So I thought maybe I would comment on that a little bit on this video. I have definitely done reading. I've read Stephen Covey's book. I've read David Allen's book. And I do try to implement those things. One of the things that Stephen Covey really talks about in his books, like the 7 Habits, is, making sure that what is most important is what you're actually working on. Making sure your priorities are where you're spending your time. And that could be really hard because life is hard. There's a lot of non-important things that we kind of end up doing all the time that suck a lot of our time. But to me, having a planner means that I'm putting those first things first. And I have this general overview, especially using a weekly style like this, of where did my week go and how was I spending my time. If you notice on my plans when I write them in, a lot of it says ATP, and that's Apricot Tree Planning. Spend a lot of time on my shop. I really enjoy that. It is not a burden. It is a true blessing. I really, really enjoy it. And then David Allen, his thing, he wrote the book Getting Things Done. And I think he's really brilliant in a lot of his ways of talking. He talks about what's the next step, what's the next step, what's the next step. And having kind of all these different projects that we have going on, but we sometimes don't have a clear idea of what's the next step. And all we really have to do is concentrate on the next step. Sometimes we get a little overwhelmed with looking at the huge picture, and it's just the next step that we need. So, there's different times in our lives where we have different projects going on. And sometimes when you have littles, you don't have a lot of time for any projects. It's only about, let's just get through this week. The only project I have is to have a clean house and meals on the table, and sometimes that's the mode we're in. And then other times we get the chance to say, okay, this is a big project and I'm taking it on. So anyhow, the thing that I really like about David Allen, and not just the project base of the next step, is the idea that we have a lot of thoughts running around in our head, and putting them on paper, getting them out of our head is really crucial for us to be able to think and act creatively. And having a trusted system is really the key to that working well. And if we don't have a place where it all lands, where it all goes, then we are more likely to lose focus on what it is we want to do, and then we start trying to keep track of it all in our head, and that is not a good system. So anyhow, I think being back into a paper planner for me has helped me with some of those things. I can get a little bit lost in the, I have to make it look pretty part, but I've also learned that I can make it look pretty with just a pen, and I'm okay with that. For some weeks, that's all you've got time for. And getting it on the paper and out of your head is the most important part. And here's where I'm putting down a cute little sticker just to mark that we're going to put up the Christmas tree. And then I realize, I have a deck the halls, and the Christmas tree might not go up that day. It might be everything else goes up. And the Christmas tree might wait for the weekend, not sure. So anyway, those are my thoughts about planning. I love planning, but I do see that some folks fall away from it really easy because they get overwhelmed with the thought that they have to make it really pretty, and it just becomes one more thing on your to-do list is sit down and do my planning, which involves 40 rolls of washi and $300 in stickers. It doesn't need to be that way. It really needs to be something that's beneficial to our lives and not another thing that overwhelms us. So those are my thoughts, and I hope maybe to add more to this discussion on what it means to plan, and how making those plans beautiful actually helps us to use this trusted resource in a more creative way, but also because we refer back to it often, it actually becomes more of a tool in our lives to make our lives better. So here I'm getting to just fill in more of the plans for next week. I want Wednesday to be a day that I need to do a couple little bills. I have it kind of blocked off to be my day of cooking. Not a whole lot of shop stuff this week because, well, at least not until Friday. I know lots of folks love to go and do the whole Black Friday shopping thing. That is not my scene. I do not enjoy the crowds. I very often feel like we're treated like lemmings, with people camping out overnight. I've had family members who've missed out on a good part of the Thanksgiving fun because they couldn't, they had to go to work that day, and it just bothers me. It just bothers me. And one thing I've noticed this year is that a lot of stores are actually, or a lot of places are actually doing their sales quite early. So it's kind of like, okay, it's 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So here you'll see me kind of show you these and take them away, and show you these and take them away, because I kept thinking I was going to redo this part, but if I cut and slice this video up, it'll never get done. So I'm just going to show you all my little outtakes. So there you can see that on these cute little countdowns, I have two versions. I have one with a white background and one with kind of a striped pale green background. And then you can get them either in the 1.5 inch wide rectangle that will just fit right on your planner in the columns, or one that's cut really close to the actual words. And I'm going to use the one that's cut close to the words. And the thing that I went back and I counted was that Friday, I'm pretty sure I don't, count for yourself if you decide to do a countdown and start it on 31 days. But I believe Friday the 24th gives you 31 days till Christmas. If I'm wrong, I'll figure it out when when I get there, because I have a countdown on my phone, so I'll coordinate at that point. But here I'm just kind of showing you some of what I had left. Because my kits have full boxes and check flags, I'm always going to have some check flags that are extra. But I really think that those little KISS kits, keeping it stylishly simple is the acronym I'm using. I think that those are going to be great for stretching out kits or building kits from things that you already have. I've got like 10 of them up on the shop right now, just kind of going back through some of the fall colors and putting the Christmas kits up there. I also have one kind of January kit in the shop right now, and hoping to get a New Year's one in. Oh, crossing my fingers before Black Friday, but not sure. And I will have some specials going on Thanksgiving weekend for Black Friday and for Cyber Monday. You won't need any coupon codes. The shop will just be on sale. So please stop by Apricot Tree Planning and take a look, see what I've got, and do some stocking up if you like. It's going to be a really wonderful holiday, I hope, for you guys. And we're going to be at my brother's. But then my husband is working really like crazy hours for the rest of the time. So our plan is to stay put. We'll do some more holiday stuff in December for sure. Going to visit my daughter in Delaware and have her come back here. At least that's all in the works right now. So just having some fun there, putting down some deco. And I really like how it turned out. I hope you do too. And I really hope that you have a fabulous Thanksgiving. And just wishing you the very, very best. Take care.